Hi, I'm Pat Carter, Technical Trainer with Clearview. Today we're going to talk about some of the advanced features, some of the playback functionalities, and some things you're only going to find in Clearview DVRs and NVRs. So to get into the main menu to check your schedule, very simple to do. You just right-click on the screen, go down to the main menu button. You're going to log into the main menu. It may prompt you for your username and password. Certainly just use your admin credentials. To verify the schedule, just click on Schedule. You'll notice by default, everything is set to regular recording, meaning period number 1 for your channels for this particular day are set from midnight to midnight, regular recording. You'll notice also the bar across the bottom. Make sure that there are no gaps in your recording schedule. You have 6 periods throughout the day on each channel in order to modify this recording. If you want, you could do regular recording and then maybe do motion recording as well, or do uncheck regular and do motion recording only. You'll see the bar turns to yellow. You could also do alarm recording. We mentioned earlier about the alarm contacts that were built into the back of your recorder. You can trigger those tied in directly to your Berg panel or your fire alarm panel and have it only record in those states. If you want to break it down, of course, over the course of a single day, you have 6 different periods. Perhaps you may want to do motion after hours and regular during the day when folks are in the building. And then once they leave in the evening, go ahead and change it back to motion for the overnight. That can certainly be done very easily through here. You do have a choice of period for all days or individual days, and the same with the channel. You can do one day or you can do all days. Now, if I was to set this on motion recording, I just go ahead and hit OK, and now that particular day is done for motion. Remember, if I want to do multiples, I would set a different channel. Remember, that's going to be set to whatever the default is. So if I do all days and all channels and all days, it will automatically default. Now I'll have that recording set for all of my schedule, for all of my cameras. If I hit OK, now I'm back to regular or motion recording. If I want to change it back to regular, again, I go to all days or all channels, all days, set it back to regular, hit save, and now I've copied that back again. Now, if I am doing motion recording, there's one additional step that you want to take, and that's to go down here where it says Detect and select your Detect settings. You'll notice again this is per channel, so I'd want to set this. I don't have an all. I'd have to set this individually on channels for my motion. I have an option for sensitivity. The default sensitivity is 3, but I can modify it between 1 and 6. 1 is the least sensitive, 6 is the most sensitive. If a sensitivity of 1, you really need to cover a great deal of the camera before it'll actually trigger it as a motion event. 6 is pretty much picking up bugs. By default, you're going to be somewhere around 3. If you are going to do motion recording, go ahead and set it up at 3 and then check back in a week. If you're missing things or if you're getting too much, you can certainly adjust the sensitivity there as well. The other thing you're going to want to modify is the region. Say, for example, on channel 1, I got a full screen that's all shaded in a light pink. If I'm doing this through the web interface, it'll be a light blue. Say, for example, these hedges here with a little bit of wind blowing by is creating enough motion that it's triggering the motion events. All I do is click on the blocks. I can click on them one at a time, or I can actually just drag and drop and grab an entire group of blocks at one time. Now, in this particular setting, let me grab these 2 little guys too. In this particular setting, any motion that's happening over here is not going to be recorded. You can certainly fine-tune it. Say, for example, I want to make sure this parking space is detecting, but not impacted by the hedges. All I do is click on these boxes, and now again, when the hedges are moving in the wind like they are right now, it is not going to be detecting motion. Keep an eye out for anything else in the image that might be causing a problem as well. Like, for example, this palm tree up here I didn't even see before. There we go. So now, there we have it. So now, when this palm tree is swinging in the wind, or this tree is swinging in the wind, or this hedge is, it's not detecting motion. The only time it's going to detect motion is when there's actually movement in the area that's shaded in. Hopefully that simplified that process a little bit. Now let's go back and take a look at playback. So I'm going to go ahead and cancel out of here. If I go to the search utility, here we go. You're seeing our traditional playback utility. Now, this is very simple to use, very easy technology. Here's how it works. If you go to record, is basic recording. If you are doing snapshots, which is another setting that you can set for your recording, you would just select pictures. You're going to have a calendar. You can certainly go back or forward if you like. You'll notice that where the boxes are shaded, go to March. Where the boxes are shaded are the days that it has recordings. Where the boxes are not shaded, these are the days that it does not have recordings. So you can see we've only been recording here for less than a week. If I select my day, you're going to see the bottom will automatically populate from 0, being midnight, to 24, being midnight. It'll actually show me my images across the bottom. Here I can pick either a one-camera view and then select which camera I want to view, or I can select a 4-camera view and select the cameras from there. In this particular unit, I can do a 16 as well, or a 32-channel view. I'm going to go ahead and just do a 4-channel view to keep it simple. You can also find that all your cameras are bound together. So if I select here, now as soon as I click on the box down below where the grid is, I'm now showing images of playback on all of these cameras. This is what's going on in my office at 4 o'clock this morning. Not a heck of a lot of anything. A couple vehicles driving by out here. So through the backup, if I want to go ahead and save a clip, all I do is select an incident. Maybe perhaps there was something going on in this screen. I would go ahead and cut the scissors to virtually clip that videotape. I can go a little further along. I can even do fast forward and use my regular control buttons to go further. Once I'm done, I click it again, and then I go ahead and click on the backup. Then I click on the backup. It's going to show me the file that's there, and all I have to do is put in a device to back it up to, either a DVD if it's a DVD burner, or a USB drive. A simple thumb drive will work just fine. Plug it in, it's detected. It'll tell me exactly how much space is available on there. It'll tell me that the device is good, and then all I do is hit backup, and it'll immediately back that file up to the USB. And that's how easy backing up is. So the Smart Search utility, if you're doing a single channel playback, gives you the ability to fast forward to another section. So for example, I'm watching this region. If I click on the Smart Search, I can just click on just this grid right here, and it will let me know whenever there's motion in that particular parking space. So if I go ahead and click it again, you're going to see it's automatically going to fast forward to the very next time they cross that plane. And we'll watch it again. And there you go. It fast forwards again to the very next time there's motion in that plane. And you'll see again, the next time someone walks in that region, it'll automatically fast forward to that section. There you go. That handsome guy. Very convenient when you're monitoring folks coming through an entrance, like a door, for example, or a guard gate into a neighborhood. You can actually see everyone who's coming in because it'll fast forward right to that motion. So that concludes our review of some of the amazing features and functions of our recorders. Thank you for joining us. Again, this is Pat Carter, the technical trainer for Clearview, home of the 7-year warranty and unlimited lifetime support. Have a great day.